Hey everyone, it's me again, and sorry about the bad quality. Well, I think it's okay quality, and sorry if you hear noises because I'm filming at night again and I look ratchet, but it's okay because I just really wanted to film. And today I'll be filming the 2 truths and 1 lie. I recorded this video like 2 seconds ago, and it ended up being like 25 minutes, and I don't want it to be that long. I want it to be like under 10 minutes, so I'm going to talk fast and get on with everything. The first category is badass. So when my brother and I were younger, we used to unscrew our neighbors, we had a bunch of neighbors, we lived in condos back then, so we used to unscrew like the tire cap things, and we used to stick pebbles in there, and somehow the tire would deflate overnight. So we would do this around like 8 or 9ish, and by the time the people woke up, our neighbors woke up for like work the next day or something to use their car, the tire would be deflated, and we were just mean people. Now looking back on it, I feel really bad for our neighbors. My sisters and I and my mom were walking around in Pier 1 Imports. I was looking for stuff for my room, and I picked up this mirror, and my sister and I like to play fight all the time. We like to push each other around and stuff, and she sort of pushed me into something else, and like a little corner of the mirror broke. Like, it wasn't that noticeable, but obviously people looking at it would notice it. So the little piece broke, and I fell on the ground, and I kicked it underneath other stuff just to make sure nobody saw. Shopaholic, I will admit that. And I lie to my mom a lot about it. Like, I'll be like, Mom, this is only $5, I can get it. But in reality, it's like $30. So I just lie to my mom about everything. And when I order packages online, I pray that she's like out of the house or like at work or something when the package comes, so I can sneak it into my room, unbox everything, like just take everything out, put it away before she can even notice. She rarely comes into my room to begin with, so she never really notices the difference in my closet or the difference in all of the makeup I have. Like, I keep adding onto the makeup, and she just thinks I've always had it, which I don't understand how she hasn't figured it out, but guess that's my mom for you. The mom thing is true. I feel so bad for making her, like, putting her through so much, like, stuff because I'm such a bad daughter, but I buy all the things with my own money, so I think it's a little okay. She just stops me from buying everything, so I just have to lie to her sometimes. So that was true. The Pier 1 Imports thing was a lie. I would probably feel so bad and tell if that was to really happen. I would probably tell someone and end up paying for the mirror because I would just have it on my conscience, and I would always feel guilty. So that did not happen. And yes, me and my brother used to deflate people's tires, and we were mean kids. Next category is music. So number 1 is I snuck into an Alex Scoop concert since there wasn't a lot of security, and my friend had an online confirmation thing, so I just copied that and showed it to one of the people that were letting us in, and I got to meet Ingrid, Luke, and Alex, and Julia Shear, and all of them. The second thing is, when I was younger, my family and I went to a concert for this famous guy from my country, from the country that we're from, and he had a concert in New Jersey, and my family decided to go to it, and my uncle somehow got us front row tickets, so we were sitting front row, pretty much in the middle, more to the right than the left, the middle right, and my baby sister, well, I call her a baby because she's the youngest, but she's 10. She was only a couple months old when we didn't go to the concert, so it was weird having a little baby in the front row. So the singer actually came down, grabbed my baby sister, brought her to the stage, and showed her off and sang to her. My sister was crying the whole time, so my mom had to go on stage and grab my sister and bring her down. And the third thing is, I know every single word to Hannah Montana's One in a Million. My sister being on stage with a singer is true. Sneaking into the Alex Scoop concert is a lie. I probably got you on that. Probably not, maybe. I did not sneak into an Alex Scoop concert. I wish I had gone to one when they were having one with Ingrid and Luke and all of them, because I just love them all, and I wish I did go, but I did not sneak in. I did not get to go. And yes, unfortunately, sadly, whatever, I do know every single word to Hannah Montana's 1 in a Million. This is the general category. I have a tattoo on my hip of a little heart. Nobody really knows about this besides like a couple people. I got it illegally since I'm not 18 yet, and nobody really knows about it, and whenever I wear like underwear, it covers the tattoo up so nobody can really see it. And yeah. Brother and I like to sneak out of the house a lot, like in the middle of the night, to just go get ice cream. We go to Baskin Robbins all the time and our Dunkin' Donuts, and we just like to go get ice cream when everyone's asleep. As sappy and whatever it sounds, I had this idea of a memory box for my best friend Alyssa and I, so we can just like keep all of our memories in one place, and in the future we can look back on them and just remember all the good times we've had. The memory box is true. I know it sounds pretty sappy and cliche, but we have it, and we're going to try to figure out some system to start putting actual things in it and switching it off when we go to college or something. We'll figure it out. The sneaking out in the middle of the night to go get ice cream is also true. My brother and I do this all the time. Since I can't drive and he can drive, he takes me places, and if we want ice cream in the middle of the night, we go and get it. And that leaves the tattoo as being the lie. I do want to get a tattoo pretty badly, but I don't think I will get one like anywhere in the future because I know it's too much of a commitment for me to get one, so I'm probably not going to get it. Next category is school. Once my friend Alyssa had to stay after school for her TV production class. She wanted to edit and hand in her project a little earlier because she just wanted to. So we were supposed to stay until the 4 o'clock bus on a Friday, and her teacher forgot to inform the principal that we needed a 4 o'clock bus. So he didn't know that some students were staying until 4 and they needed a bus. So we were at school until 5, and a bus driver had to drive both of us home. It was a good thing that we lived pretty close, so he didn't have to go to like one side of town and the other side of town, but he dropped me off right in front of my house, which sort of worked out for me because I didn't have to walk like a mile home from like the after school bus stop. My school goes on this thing called pass restriction where you're not allowed to leave your class unless it's like an emergency or you're called down to like guidance or the office. But it was a half day and we don't have lunch on half days, so we bribed my teacher, Mr. A. He taught history. He still teaches history. Well, yeah, he does. He was my favorite teacher, by the way, and he still is to this day. We bribed him that we would get him something from like one of the machines at school, or like we would get him a drink if he let us go. So he just wrote out like a fake pass, like guidance or something. So my friend Taylor, Erica, and I just went and got some food and brought him back, I think, Doritos. And so we bribed a teacher just so we could leave class. The last thing is, on the first day of sophomore year, my shirt accidentally got stuck in a fire alarm and it pulled it a little, so the fire alarm went off for like 2 minutes, but it was totally by accident and nobody really moved. Everyone just stayed where they were. They weren't trying to rush out of the building, which obviously proves that these fire drills we have like twice a month don't really work. The fire alarm thing was a lie. It did happen, but it didn't happen to me. It happened to my friend. Everything was true except the fact that it happened to me. It's really funny how nobody really moved, because in case it was a real emergency, we would all have died probably, but nobody moved from their spot. My friend Alyssa and I did have to stay at school until 5 because our teacher forgot to tell the principal that we needed a 4 o'clock bus. And yes, I did bribe my history teacher into letting me and my friends go to one of the like food machines and drink machines at my school, and we brought him back food just because he let us go. The last category is boys. What can I say? I just love me some boys. I have this really good friend who I've been friends with for like a year now. We have gotten a lot closer. We are very close. We don't hang out too much, but we talk like on a regular basis, and he is a really good friend and I do count on him for a lot of things. But I have a little secret. I've had a crush on him ever since I started talking to him as a friend, and I don't know if he knows I have a crush on him. well, I did have a crush on him. I just got over it a couple weeks ago because I knew it wasn't going to work out either way, if he did like me back or if he didn't like me back, because it would just ruin the friendship either way. So I haven't told him, but I did get over it. I know in my heart that I will always have a place for him, but I don't have a hardcore crush on him anymore, and I've had a crush on him for a good solid year, and he's that one guy that I can always rely on, so I don't think I'm ever gonna tell him. I have this, my brother has this friend that when I was a lot younger, about like 8, 9 years old, like 7, 8 years ago, I used to think he was really cute. He would sleep over all the time, and we would stay up, all three of us would stay up late, and we would tell each other stories and stuff like that, and I thought he was cute. So my friend and I, once we were sitting and we were talking about our childhood, and I mentioned him, and she thought it would be cool to go through my brother's phone, find his phone number, because they're still friends, and start talking to him, pretending to be me. So she pretended to be me. We were always at each other's house, so it wasn't easy for her to talk to him all the time. I'm pretty sure she ended up liking him and having a crush on him, but she pretended to be me, and she talked to him all the time, and he probably thinks I'm a weirdo because we're like so many years apart, but he probably still thinks it was me, but it wasn't. I don't think he's watching this, but I don't know how to explain the situation. She was pretending to be me, and she was texting him because she thought I still liked him, even though I didn't. It was a long conversation, but I sort of talked to my brother's friend. My brother knows the truth, so if it ever comes up in conversation, my brother can clarify that. And the last thing is, my family and I went on vacation summer after 9th grade, so summer before 10th grade, and it was in a different country where a lot of my cousins and family live, and there was this really cute guy that lived on the street, and I sort of had this flirting thing going on with him. I would talk to him all the time, and we just ended up liking each other, but we didn't really say that we did, but it was definitely visible. So it was like a summer romance, a secret. Nobody really knew besides us and like one of my other cousins, but I had a summer romance. Guys, if you know me well enough, you know that guys are repelled by me, and no, I did not have a summer romance. That is out of the question. I could never have that. Well, I think I should save like a story for a different video. But no, I did not have a summer romance in a different country or anything. The other two things are true. My friend did pretend to be me and talked to one of my brother's friends, but that was like 4 years ago, so it's all done, whatever. I forgave her. My brother knows the truth. The guy probably thinks it was me, but whatever, he can get over it. And sadly enough, I did have a crush on one of my best guy friends for the longest time. I have come to the realization that no matter how it turns out, I still want to be friends with him, so I'm never going to tell him. Maybe in like 45 years, I might, when like we're both married to different people and have kids and stuff, or something like that. But I don't think I plan on telling him anytime soon. And yeah, so this was my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and please check out my next video, and I'll definitely put it in like the below information box so you can check out my previous and my next video. And have a nice day. Bye.